Alright guys, good morning. I must be absolutely crazy. I'm out here with this knee and I'm about to go up these steps at the monument here. I believe there's 108 steps there if I'm not mistaken. I counted them before. But for anybody who's new to the channel, I tore my ACL. Basically, I had an accident 2 years ago where my left leg collapsed underneath me. They told me it was not disconnected and I didn't break my leg, but I believe it's been disconnected for 2 years because about 2 months ago I fell down a flight of steps at a hotel and it put it back into place. However, this time I did go get the MRI and it was confirmed that I have a torn ACL, torn meniscus, and they told me I didn't need the surgery. I find now that when I step a certain way with my leg twisted a certain way, it will wobble all over the place as if it's going to collapse under me again. So I don't know if I need to just strengthen it, if I can strengthen all the muscles around the knee or whatever. So I'm going to start doing that. I'm going to take these slow, but we're going to walk these steps today and take it easy so I don't end up going to the ER. All right, let's go for it. Okay, so while I'm going up these steps, what I have to do is keep my left foot kind of pointed in, because I find that when you, and I don't realize this until I can't do it, I find that when you're walking, when you're going up steps, when you're going down steps, your feet naturally point out a little bit. And that's what I don't want. When my foot points out, it leaves that potential to kind of twist that way. And that's when the leg wants to buckle. So that doesn't feel too bad after only 2 flights so far. So let's keep going here. All right, that's 3 flights so far. I'm gonna ill for a second here. I don't want to push it too hard, but I do have my brace on. This is a Shock Doctor 875. I actually bought this the first time around when I injured my knee, and it has been excellent. I wonder what's going on over there. Always sirens in Canton. But it's been an excellent brace, and I did do a review on it after I bought it and I used it for a little bit. I'll put a link to that review up here. Up here maybe? But it's a really good brace. Okay, well, we made it to the top. We're not dead yet. Oh wait, there's those. Okay. I believe we can go in here. Yeah. Dark, you can't read it on camera there. William McKinley and his wife. Look at this place, guys. Look at that picture. All right, let's go on back out here. Show you what it looks like from the pole. I'm such an idiot. I'm looking at this from the inside and I'm still reading it as pull. So I'm pulling on the door. Anyway, okay, you see that right there? This is exactly what the problem is and why I have to retrain my brain to pay attention when I'm going down steps. Because you don't pay attention, you just naturally go down the steps. And when you do that, you do it in a bouncing motion. and my knee can't take that impact. When I'm doing that, I have to be paying attention and make sure that I am placing my foot in the right way so that it's not going to twist that other way. Let me show you. Step down. I need to make sure that this foot is pointing a little bit this way. Okay, because if I step down naturally, it goes like this. And when it does that, it scares the hell out of me. Because all it has to do is go like this, and then it will collapse that way. I believe that's what happened at the hotel, because I came out the door, I stepped down on the steps, and I just didn't pay attention. You just go da-da-da-da-da. And I think it gave way, threw me down the steps. And it almost did that coming down my own steps at home the other day. I was getting some things for eBay. And it just collapsed on me and wobbled, almost threw me down the steps. And it did that another day, I don't know, about a month or so ago, when I stepped down like this little decline. I was filming an abandoned building, stepped down a little decline, and at the bottom of that decline was about an 8-inch drop. And I just went straight down it without thinking, and there it went again, just almost collapsed underneath me. So this is what it looks from the top, guys. Check that out. That is pretty awesome. You can see all around Canton. Now, when all these trees are bare, like in the fall going into the winter, you can see so far. You can see so many buildings. Like, look, you can see these buildings over here, but when there's no leaves on these trees, you can really see far. You see like everything over in that area. Pretty cool. Here's another thing. I did step up here to get a picture, but I have this fear now of this thing collapsing. Everything I do, I feel like, oh my god. And like, this is about 1.5 feet up here. I have to step down with my right foot, because if I step down with my left, it's too much of an impact and I'd go straight down. It would totally collapse on me. And that is something I'm finding really difficult to retrain myself on, because naturally that's the foot I step with. Let me show you this too, because this is something you don't think about unless it affects you. When I stepped down from there, I was like actively looking for something I could hold on to as I stepped down, because when I step down, my foot and my leg naturally twists this way. You know, it's really difficult to get away from that. So I don't know, I've got a lot of relearning to do in my brain so that I don't re-injure this leg. I mean, I wouldn't have minded getting the surgery, but the guy told me that I didn't need it. And I don't know. I mean, there's just surprisingly not a whole lot of information out there when you're researching whether you can just heal it up on your own or whatever. So, I don't know. Let's work our way back down these steps here. You know, it would be really easy to get depressed about this leg, and honestly, I have been. I finally pulled myself out of it, I think. But it's been really depressing because it just is such a, I don't know, man, such a thorn in my life. You know, you get used to doing something. Look at this, I'm being so careful naturally that I'm stepping down one step at a time with both feet. I don't need to do that. But I just need to pay attention to what I'm doing when I do step down with that left leg. But yeah, it's something that never should have happened in the first place, and it has affected me for the rest of my life. Look, this is the museum over here. That's really cool in there. I want to go in sometime and film. There's even a planetarium in there. I really want to go in there and film one of these days. I'll do that pretty soon here. But this is the front. You know, I used to come out here and walk around the whole thing, and then I would run these steps. That was back when I was a nurse, and I would come out here 5 o'clock in the morning and do that. I'd do it 4 times around and run the steps up, bounce back down, around the front, run up the steps. And it's a workout, I'll tell you that. I can't say I wish I could do that, but then again, when you can't, you wish you could. So, guys, never take anything for granted. It just seems like now there's so much that I don't want to say I can't do, you know, I just have to make sure that I put a lot of thought into it. All right, let's go ahead and walk around this front area here just to do it once. And then I think I want to go over and walk at the park. But see, walking on flat ground is really not that big of a deal. But there has been a couple times when I step wrong and it still wants to throw me. So, you know, yesterday was the 4th of July, and Courtney asked me if I was going to the fireworks, and I really wanted to go. You know, I'm thinking I could go out there and be with them and Little and Tiny, having fun watching the fireworks. But I was afraid, you know. If it were somewhere where I was just going and it would be flat ground, which I could have planned out, could have gone out there and found a space to park, stay in that one place. But I was thinking about last year when we went, and there was like this big hill we had to go up. It wasn't a huge hill, but I mean, it was a hill. And you know, in the dark, you can't see where there's like little dips in the ground and stuff like that. Even with my brace on, I step in one little dip like that or something I'm not expecting, and there goes my knee again. So, you know, I'm not trying to be a baby about it, but I am trying to baby it because I want it to heal. I want it to be in the best condition it can possibly be in. And if I can strengthen it up, then that's what I want to do, you know. So I have to stay away from situations where it could re-injure or, you know, prevent it from progressing. So that's why I haven't been out to any of these really cool abandoned places. That pains me right there. Oh well, I'm gonna finish this here. Okay, welcome to the McKinley Presidential Library and Museum. And there it is, clear at the end. This all used to be filled with water too. Whenever I see this place, I think of Forrest Gump and Jenny trudging through the water. Okay, we're almost around here. So one reason I wanted to do the steps first thing was because after I get out here and I walk, like if I'm over at the park over there and I walk the track, my leg is tired and it's more susceptible to giving out on me. So I wanted to come over here to the steps first thing when it had all its strength and was refreshed from the day before. So now, even with what I've done, up the steps once down and around the front, I can feel that it's starting to click-clack in there, you know. When I walk without my brace, you can hear it snapping and popping and cracking. And it'll probably need some ice tonight because it's early still. I got a whole day ahead of me, a lot of work to do, and I'm not going to let this thing slow me down. I'll be glad to take some pain medications and put some ice on it tonight. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Wherever you're waking up, whatever time it is, make the best of your day. Do something for somebody else. Pay it forward. Let's make this world a better place. Conquered the steps. Kinda. See you tomorrow.